Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Muhammad Fahim bin Wahid Azhari with my colleague Muhammad Badreen Ali, Muhammad Faizal, Nu'manul Mujaahid and Alif Hakimi. Okay, today we are going to discuss about does the banning of smoking in eateries violate the right of the smokers? As we know, the health minister has banned the smoke at all restaurants from in nationwide effective January 1, 2019. Unfortunately, this significant effort to improve public health was met with much resistance from certain quarters as soon as it was announced in October 2018. Okay. The question is, does the banning is against the human rights? Okay. Okay. Personally, in my opinion, the banning of smoking in does not violate the human rights and it is a must. Okay, this is because the ban on public smoking is indeed a reprieve for passive smokers who does not smoke but are subject to cigarette smoke, who all this while had to grit their teeth discussion of having to breathe in cigarette smoke when eating out. Thankfully, the health minister did not wave no double back on this decision despite strong pressure from various groups. What you guys are thinking?
Absolutely agree with you, Fahim. So, to be honest, in my personal opinion, uh, I'm also against about the statement that the banning smoking in eateries is violating the right of the others by exposing them to various health hazards such as cancer, uh, heart disease, stroke, lung disease, and diabetes. So, for example, if you and your family bring also has a baby and there is someone who smoke around you, so we know that a baby still have a low metabolism. Or what I mean is low self-defense. So the baby is easily to get the disease. So what I would like to say here is the banning smoking in eateries is not about violating the right of people to smoke, but it is to protect the non-smoke right. So what do you guys
Okay,
think?
I'm sorry, Alif. With all due respect, I totally disagree with your point. By banning smoking in public, it will encourage people to smoke more at home because they are not allowed to smoke at public. This will harm other people in their house, particularly children. Of course, everyone has a family of their own. This is important since children are not old enough to choose freely to smoke. So people smoking at home may drink more alcohol than they would if they went to a bar. This is because they can buy it more cheaply at a supermarket or off license. Back to our topic about cigarette, about smoking a cigarette. Uh, Before we look for people, we have to look after of our family first. Uh, because people will more often smoking in their home and it will directly affect their family, particularly children. As Alif said before, children or babies has a low immunity against smoke. That's what I'm trying to say. Any others?
I couldn't agree more with Faizal because uh, by banning the smoking in public places doesn't prevent people from doesn't make the people to stop smoking. So the smokers will still smoke even though they are inside the eatery or outside the eatery. So there is banning inside the eateries does not prevent does not bring any change to the smokers. So even though it harms other people, but the smoking is still there. So it does, according to our Malaysian law, smoking is legal in our country. So smoking in public places are allowed in Malaysia too, which means they have the right to smoke wherever they want. So uh, it's not fair to make people stop smoking inside the eatery, the place where they enjoy and relax themselves. So I, from my viewpoint, it is better to allow people to smoke in public places like eateries, because that is the place that makes them relaxed and feel peace. So, what do you think about my viewpoint?
Thank you, Badreen, for your opinion. From my perspective, the smoking ban in public eateries is not a form of mistreatment on people's right. As Fahim also mentioned earlier, smoking in public eateries is also harmful to the people surrounding smokers. So I have read about this, and they found a findings in 2011 by the Global Adult Tobacco Survey. So Global Adult Tobacco Survey is a survey group from under the WHO, or the World Health Organization. They carry out a survey in Malaysia and showed that 83.5% of respondents want all public places to be 100% smoke free. So when we said about public eateries, everyone is there: kids, elderly, elders, young people. So families previously avoided such eateries where there are smokers smoking around them, to protect their young children from cigarette smoke exposure. Um, the smoking banning is violating their rights. So how about the rights of the people who don't smoke? They become a passive smoker when they aren't smoking. So I think what the smokers should do is a bit with the ban for the better of the public, because Malaysia is a party to the WHO Framework Convention on Tobacco Control since 2005, after adopting the obligations uh, to protect the public of cigarette smoke exposure. So I think that's my stance in this issue.
Yeah,
Anyone want to add?
yeah. I also support with you, which is the smokers need to respect the policies that protect the public health, such as smoking prohibiting in public places. Because when smoke in public places, it is will disturb the people around you, which is what I mean, people who do not smoke. So
Okay. And now I understand your argument here, but what I'm going to say is the eateries should provide a special room or special place for smokers. They can provide uh, half of their eateries to smokers and half of another eateries to non-smokers. There is always an alternative way without banning the smoking, because smokers have their rights and they choose to smoke, and by doing this, this will not violate parties both of the parties human rights, because
Faizal, can I ask something here?
yeah.
Uh, uh, can you explain more? Did you say before this that a restaurant must have their place into two, one for the
Yes,
smokers and one for the non-smokers? Am I correct?
yes, you are right.
Okay.
Okay, that is seen as an alternative way to prevent the second-hand smokers, just like you said before. This will not affect the non-smokers. The smokers can be allowed to smoke in the eateries without affecting the others. because there are a lot of smokers that will smoke in the eateries that will not violate their human rights.
Yeah,
And yeah,
actually, I agree with Faisal's point, and that point should be considered in the coming days.
Sorry, Muhammad Fahim. I totally disagree with your point because uh, if the eateries does not provide a specific place for smokers, it will prevent the it will what you say, it will reduce the business of the eateries because it's like when you say you couldn't smoke in here, it's like offending the people's, like making them get out of the place, get out of this place, that like saying like that, which is
Uh,
rude.
Sorry to disturb Muhammad Badreen, but I'm not very clear with your explanation. So could you repeat it?
Okay, sorry. Which what I'm trying to say is, if you does not provide a specific place for smokers, it's like the rule says you cannot smoke in eateries. So if we say this to customer, it's like uh, saying our customers should not be in our eateries during the business time. It's like they could not smoke in here. So when we say like that, they will get up. They are forced to get out of the shop, which does not provide a better place for them to enjoy the meal and relax with your friends. So what I'm trying to say is, uh, this will affect the business of the eateries. This will, because we are forcing people to get out of our eateries. So what I'm trying to say is, Muhammad Faizal's suggestion is very good because it is providing a certain place for the smokers to enjoy their meal and relax with their friends. So, anyone?
Okay, so anyone want to add something?
yeah, I would like to add something. So you are saying that smoking should be banned in the eateries. Okay. Now imagine how many eateries are there in this country. I think we could not count them because there are so many eateries. Okay. Now is that possible to banning smoking in all of those eateries? I don't think so because it will be impossible to ban in many of them eateries. And do you think that all of them will obey that law? Because in some places, most of their customers are smokers. So I think they might not be obey the law. And yes, and it is. I think banning smoking in Italy is not as effective as it seems like.
You got the
Can
point.
I add something?
Okay.
Are you sure?
Um, Actually, about
Sorry to
the
interrupt, but I think we are running out of time. So make it faster, please.
okay, but Faizal mentioned about the people will not beat with the law of smoking ban in public eateries. But since the January 1st of 2019, there is a law that stated that smokers caught breaching the ban would be fined a maximum of 10,000 ringgit or face a jail term of no longer than 2 years. Can be fined up to 3,000 ringgit or face 6 months imprisonment for failure to display a non-smoking sign of their food premises. So I think this is more than enough to curb smoking in public eateries. So
All right, I think that's all. So after listening to everyone in the group discussion about their opinions, it seems that most of us think that the banning of smoking in eateries need to be proceed and it is reliable as it is will protect the others' right, which is non-smokers' rights, and little reduction, and also to respect the policies that protect public health. So I think that is all from us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.